serious now. May I have your attention, please? Each year, Aaron and Linda put together this shindig for all of our friends to celebrate their birthdays in August. Now, each year, it is an event to remember. But this year, we have a little surprise for everybody. This year, we are going to add something even more special. A wedding.
What?
And who is this wedding for? It's for our dear friends Al Clark and Linda Timmerman. Right here in this magnificent place 10 years ago. Now, Linda came here with some girlfriends to party and dance and have a really good time. So Linda looked around the place to survey what hunk of a guy she would be able to dance with. But the more she looked around, the more disappointed she became. Because in this big old room, she couldn't find one guy who had a full set of teeth. Right? But then she spied Al, our Al, sitting at the bar, full head of teeth and all. So she went up to the bar. Neil Young's song was playing on the speakers, and she leaned over to Al and said that this was one of the best concerts she'd ever gone to. And Al looked at her and said, "Oh." Now, if any of you know Al, when Al says, "Oh," that means that's a bunch of shit. So it was on the foundation of a full set of teeth and statements full of shit, that their journey began. Now, their story, it reminds me of a beautiful and touching poem I'd like to share with you. Would you like to hear it? Yeah. Collards is green, my dog's name is Blue. I'm so lucky to have a sweet thing like you. You move me like bass, which excite me in May. You ain't got no scales, but I love you anyway. You got some of your teeth, for which I am proud. I hold my head high when we're out in the crowd. On special occasions, when you shave under your arms, well, I'm in hog heaven and awed by your charms. Some men, they buy chocolate on for Valentine's Day. They get it at Walmart. It's romantic that way. Some men buy fine diamonds from a flea market booth. Diamonds are forever, they explain suave and couth. But for this man, honey, it just won't do, because you are special, you sweet thing. You. Now, on a more serious note, to prepare for this wonderful occasion, I had the privilege of speaking individually with each of these two. I asked them if they had a story that they could illustrate how they felt about each other. If there was anything that they wanted the other person to know about them. Linda, when I spoke with Al, he told me two things that meant a lot to him. He said when you were dating, he was building his house and you were a big part of it. He said you would be right there with him, digging ditches down in it, laying electrical line, plumbing and whatnot. He loved how you were not afraid to get dirty, side by side, to do whatever needed to be done.
Aww.
Now the next story was about this last year. How when he had back surgery, you were always there, taking care of him whenever he needed you. Linda, Al wants you to know how much it means that you are always there for him, by his side. He is so happy to have his best friend and partner beside him to spend the rest of his life with. Al, Linda shared a great story about you. It took place the first year that you met. It was in the spring, and she was cooking dinner at your house. She was peeling potatoes and said, well, if you're thinking about getting me something for Christmas, a new potato peeler would be great. Now, so everybody knows, Linda says this about most anything that is broken down and needs replacing. If you're thinking about getting me something for Christmas, a new whatever would be great. Now, fast forward to Christmas, and Al, you handed Linda a big bag filled with lots of little things. The first thing Linda pulled out of the bag was a potato peeler. The next thing was something else that she had asked for Christmas. All the things she had asked for since spring were in that bag. Now, this might seem sweet and funny to most people, but to Linda, it meant the world. It showed her how much you listened to her and you cared for her needs.
Aww.
Now, Linda wants you to know how much she admires you. The traits she loves about you are your work ethic and your ability to get things done. You are more able to get things done more in one day than most men can do in a week. You know, you've probably heard it said that women marry their fathers. The reason that is said is because women look for men who have the very best traits of the men who is the most important person in their lives growing up. You have those traits, Al. You are a man of great character, and she wants you to know you're a man she is proud of. Okay, you two. Here comes the best part. Ready? Linda, do you take Al to be your husband? Do you promise to love and care for Al, to be worthy of his love, to be honest, kind, patient, and forgiving, even when he is in the barn all day curing cancer, right? Because the only time anyone's out there that long, they must be curing cancer. Do you? Say I do.
I do.
Okay, good. Okay, you sure? She said okay, I heard it. I'm just telling you. Al, do you take Linda to be your wife? Do you promise to love and care for Linda, to be worthy of her love, to be honest, kind, patient, and forgiving, and not roll your eyes even when she's out on the porch all evening playing video games on that blasted Kindle of hers? Sure, I like it. Therefore, because you've exchanged these vows and because you've been together for almost a decade anyway, it is my heartfelt honor to pronounce you two hitched. Go on and kiss your hubby.